IWC roster, however, may show among the most potential and promise. We saw him a month ago face Michael Facade in a stellar opening contest and come up with the upper hand. He got the victory. But tonight, will it be the same result as these two young lions, the future of IWC, meets one-on-one to officially kick off the show again?
Here's our opponent, rounds the streets of night while you sleep, Gold Palmer, Michael Facade.
The suburban terrorist, the martial artist, the graffiti artist, Michael Facade, the bomber, on his way to the ring. Another man who's grown leaps and bounds throughout his IWC career. But he just met his match, Chris Maverick, 1 month ago against Logan Shulo.
Well, you got to wonder how much of it is jealousy. Michael the Bomber Facade, when he first showed up in this company, didn't get a lot of respect at first, but he paid his dues, he worked his way up, former IWC Tag Team Champion, very big on the super indie scene, but that wasn't just handed to him. Logan Shulo shows up about a year later and just shows up and takes the world by storm. Facade can't feel good about that.
Certainly these men have trained together in the past, worked out together, studied together, preparing themselves for moments like this. And it was a great competitive competition between these men. Got to touch for a moment on what we heard from promoter Norm Connors after our last segment, our impromptu segment. Dennis Gregory and John McChesney has been signed for January 24th, a new beginning woo, and the fans are going to pick the stipulation for that match. Talk about interaction and talk about unpredictability.
I mean, are you going to vote for something, Joe? I was thinking maybe like a lumberjack alligator match.
What?
Well, it's like a lumberjack match, but you surround the ring with alligators.
Well, I don't know if you or I are eligible. I hope not for their sake.
I'm not an alligator.
I mean to vote.
Oh, well. I got a lot of good ideas, you know.
Logan Shulo in control of the wrist lock early on. Both these men had career breakout performances back at our heavyweight championship tournament. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. They both were matched up in different rounds against the five-time champion Dennis Gregory, whom we just saw, and both gave Gregory a run for his money. And they're both looking to build off of that. They've proven they can hang with the big guns. Facade, also a former tag team champion. Logan Shulo has went toe-to-toe with Ring of Honor star Claudio Castagnoli in the past. These men have proven they can take it to a higher notch. They just have to do it consistently and move up those rankings. That's what both men are attempting to do right now.
Oh, absolutely. Both men, graduates of IWC's Coalition of Competition. You know, possibly one of the best wrestling schools in the world. Both men have, you know, they've not been around long, but they have paid their dues here in the IWC, as well as some other promotions, and you know, kind of different styles. You've got the Bomber, who's very much a high flyer, it's kind of a stick and move kind of guy, and then you've got Shulo, which is very much you're seeing right now about a power game. You know, I mean,
you can see the neck strength of Facade to bridge up and keep his shoulders off the canvas to prevent that pinning predicament there. Facade with a spring up, great agility, hurricane run.
And he rolls through. Look at this.
Great back and forth action here by both men. And Facade once again springs up, gets caught in the grasp of Shulo, but able to take him down. This matchup, it's going to come down to tempo. If Facade can keep the pace quick, he has the advantage. If Shulo can ground the flyer, he has the advantage. Very contrasting styles here, and that's going to be the breaking point of this match.
And yet neither, I mean, so far, neither has shown us that he's all that much greater than the other.
Rookie mistake by Shulo. His opponent didn't know where he was, and in the confusion, Facade sprung in with a heel kick.
So what's coming down to now is experience. As you said, they're very evenly matched, different styles.
Look out, Hilo! He did not get all of it.
Didn't quite connect.
He made contact, but it looks like he took as much out of himself as he did out of Logan Shulo.
I was just about to say, Facade has a little bit of an experience edge on him, but not that much. And you see, you know, Shulo did have it scouted, did get just out of the way enough that Facade hit the floor, and they're both in trouble now. It's going to be a very, very interesting match just because of that.
Both guys were wiped out of sight for a moment. Facade comes down with a martial arts style kick. we had our fans looking up on our big screen, the Entron, for a minute to see where these guys went. And Facade takes Shulo back into the ring now. But again, high risk. It's called that for a reason. It did not fully pay off in that instance for Facade. Can he shake it off?
And here you're seeing. What I was just about to say, Facade is favoring that hip a little bit that he landed on when he tried that tope.
There's the cover, 2 and no.
And you got to wonder, if he had connected, if he hadn't taken as much out of himself, would his quickness have paid off? Would he have been able to capitalize on Shulo? And would Shulo have been able to counter with that drop kick there? I'm not sure he would have been able to.
I'll tell you, we talk about Shulo's size, his power. He's a big guy, certainly well north of the 6-foot tall mark. But this guy's got an amazing vertical leap himself, and he's proven he can fly. He's proven he can go that quick pace. Just certainly not as quick as the Bomber. Shulo's got to have, you got to think about 40 or 50 pounds of body weight on Facade. Backbreaker, nicely done, and that's going to be a count of 2, says referee Stephen Coulter.
Yeah, that 50 pounds went straight into Michael's back right there. The crowd seems to be behind Facade a little bit. We've got some Go Ninja chants going on.
Facade has certainly worked his way into the hearts of these fans. They admire his perseverance, they admire his guts, his resilience, and his hard work ethic. Facade has progressed so much. But Logan Shulo, you can say the same thing. Textbook vertical suplex into the lateral press, hook in the leg, and near fall.
I'm actually impressed with Shulo there. A lot of rookies would have been upset with the a lot of rookies would have been upset with not making the 3 count. Goes right back to business. Very smart wrestling.
Absolutely true. Shulo and Facade now changing forms. Again, a striking game would favor Shulo here, especially when he buries that straight right into the forehead.
I'm not so sure. I mean,
well, check this out. Quick roll up here. Shoulders down now.
As we've talked about, Facade is a trained martial artist. They don't just say go ninja for no reason. He might not have the actual power that Shulo has, but with technique, with leverage, I think a striking game is a pretty even match.
Oh, especially if you factor in Facade's fancy footwork. Nobody could throw a kick in IWC quite like Michael Facade. Logan Shulo now tries to elevate the Suburban Terror and tries to now just balance them right over the shoulder. Again, that power advantage of Logan Shulo. Cover 2 and no.
5 minutes gone by in this bout. 5 minutes.
We've seen Shulo defeat a number of IWC veterans in his career over the past 8 or so months. Very, very capable athlete, looking to make his way up the ladder. Facade has been up and down many times. He's pinned John McChesney. He's taken Dennis Gregory to his limit. He won the tag team titles. This is all about the spirit of competition. This is all about the future of IWC, and it's looking brighter than ever.
Well, that's one of the things you got to remember. I mean, we've been talking about how evenly matched they are.
Sunset flip here, no.
But both of these men are primarily at the beginning of their game here. They're only going to get better.
Absolutely. Each man has not recognized their full potential yet. And that's what makes it even more promising. As good as these guys are now, they still got worlds to go before they come into their own, before they truly develop and mature as competitors and athletes.
I mean, can you imagine? Right now we're seeing, you call them the future of IWC, but right now you're seeing Michael Facade versus Logan Shulo in 2008. Can you imagine by 2012 this could be your world heavyweight title?
Very easily. Logan Shulo, again, a sound strategy, trying to ground the Bomber, but great ring positioning by Facade, bottom rope. Shulo had a sound game plan, but again, one of those little rookie mistakes you don't really notice, but it does come into play big time. It's all about the little things in professional wrestling, and that little few inches of ring positioning Shulo did not have may have cost him a significant portion of this match.
Right, and you talk about the experience edge. Facade knows why bother to break the hold when you can just touch the ropes and have the referee break the hold for you. He's conserved energy and still got out of the hold. And big DDT right there. Facade can be back on top if he can get to his feet right now.
That's leverage, that's momentum. Facade was able to counter out of the grasp of Logan Shulo, hit that high-impact maneuver, and now both men are in need of a respite, and it's going to come down to who can get to their feet first that may have a decisive advantage.
It looks, well, I was about to say it looks like Facade's going to be up first, but he's having a little bit of trouble. I don't know if I approve of this. He's going to that corner. I mean, he's clearly thinking of getting air, but like at this point, has he? Oh wait, maybe not. A little wobbly on his feet.
Hard shot again, but Facade matching it. And Facade does not have the leverage to hit up into the jaw of Shulo like he would like, but as you can hear, those shots are still connecting.
Right, and he tried to revert to that chop, a lot more karate experience in there, and wait, there you go, chop, and there's your fancy footwork right there, big enziguri.
You can see Shulo's head snap forward upon impact, and now Facade going straight forward, again did not get all of it, but connected with the feet. There's a cover, but that we all know, and that's the second time Facade has gotten high risk, and maybe his mind was a half a step ahead of his feet, and it just did not fully pay off.
I think it's the injury. We talked about this earlier. He had that misstep earlier, hurt that hip a little bit. Oh, big power slam right on his head.
Could be all tight hook, and Shulo almost a count of 3.
That early mistake, I think, has affected the rest of Facade's match here.
But check out the great intelligence of Logan Shulo, was able to capitalize on it within seconds. Logan Shulo, again, a student of the game, doesn't have the experience. He's done a lot of studying. But check this out. Drives Facade down with a face buster right onto the knee. Facade may not know where he is in a near fall.
Crowd kind of equally split here. We're hearing Let's Go Bomber, and we're hearing Logan chant at the same time.
Well, both these guys have earned the respect of this crowd. They're both great young kids with a hell of a future, and this is only step 1 for it.
See the face?
Could this be a power bomb?
Power bomb.
This is how Shulo beat Facade last month. A hellacious power bomb.
Oh, rolled through with an arm drag. Very smart wrestling. Great counter. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Facade created some distance. Did it a second time. That's what he needed to do. Charging in, but Shulo a step ahead again. And the knee to the temple, and that's enough to ground any man. But Facade returns with a temple shot of his own. Look out. Oh, this is dangerous. Ooh, 720 DDT by the Bomber. That high risk paid off, and it got the win.
Here is your winner, the Bomber, Michael Facade.
Another fantastic, potentially show-stealing performance by these two men in just our first matchup this evening. Michael Bomber Facade evens the series with Logan Shulo, but what heart and what effort we've seen from both these athletes, Maverick.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is not a confrontation that's going to end here. We're 1-1. As I said, I fully believe, mark my words, Call to Arms 2012, Logan Shulo versus Michael the Bomber Facade, heavyweight championship of the world.
Some fans here giving this matchup a standing ovation, and justifiably so. You're talking about 2012. I'll tell you this, going into 2009, I think this is going to be a hot series of matches as well. This series is even up at 1 apiece. It's only natural. Hopefully we see a rubber match, maybe at a new beginning. Woo.
Maybe.
Cena Man leaving the ring yet. Expected still, both these athletes by their trainers shines through. Facade gets the win, evens the series. I don't know if anything was settled between these two. The only thing you can count on for sure, IWC has a bright, bright future, thanks in large part to these two athletes.